What up, folks? Starting this year off strong, and you're tuned into another episode of Listen in 3D. This is episode number 99. Just one more episode before episode 100. I'm your boy
What's that one
Justin.
going to be?
Probably just a regular old episode since I don't know. It depends when we get into the studio, but yeah, probably just a regular episode. But I'm your boy Justin, aka Too Tall for You Fool.
It's your boy Ruthless267.
And together we're a Team 3D, the host of Listen in 3D, where we discuss, dissect, and debate the music and the albums in the world of hip hop and other genres. Like what you're seeing, like this video, share it around, debate us in the comments, but definitely be respectful. And most importantly, subscribe. If you want to help us out one step further, when you do subscribe, click on that notification bell. That way you know when all our videos and shorts go live. So I'm gonna be very, 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 very honest. I did not expect to be doing this album within the first 100 episodes of the series' existence. So funny story
Why you say
behind.
that?
Well, a funny story behind it is, so I entered this contest with Tommy Boy through Instagram. They're giving away, some Coolio vinyl, and I signed up for it, and surprisingly, I won. So they mailed me some vinyl, the Gangsta's Paradise vinyl, which I don't have on me, but it's nice blue. I think I showed it to you. It's a nice blue 145. And then the other two were records I already had. So one of them I gifted to Ray, and then this album here I gifted to Gabriel, since the one I gifted to Ray, you already had this one. So, and you were, I guess the fair thing to say, very blown away by what you heard. So if you want to get into that just before we turn it over to the album we're doing, just a description of what you've heard so far with it.
Yeah, I think it's a great piece of work. I definitely slept on it at that time. Um, I didn't even know it was really like an album, similar to like the Michael Jackson Bad. Like I didn't know it was out there, but like you knew, I knew the lead single,
Yeah,
but my attention was just all over the place. There was just so much being offered in hip hop at that time.
yeah. '97 was a monster year for hip hop, and yeah, and people,
And they were fighting for your ear.
yeah, people were fighting for, and and I have my thoughts on why it wasn't as successful as it could have been, but well, I'll save it for the
Yeah,
discussion, and
because
then
I want to get into that with you too. Like
all
just
right,
hearing it over and over again, I'm like, okay,
all right. So what
makes
album are we
sense.
doing?
My boy, we are doing Coolio's My Soul album. Uh, this was released August 26, 1997, um, through Tommy Boy Records distribution through Warner Brothers. It is his third studio album. It earned a gold plaque, selling over 500,000 copies. Peaked at number 49 on the R&B and hip hop album charts, and funny, higher on the Billboard 200. So this is kind of tell you like why it was tough to even know that this was out at that time. If it's number 49 on hip hop but 39 on the Billboard. Uh, he had some singles, "See You When You Get There" and "Ooh La La." Music videos same as the singles, and his guest appearances on the albums are 40 Thieves, Raz Kaz, Al Wilson, Montel Jordan, and Malika. Which thank you for that, because when I was listening to it, they don't put the feature
Yeah,
credits
yeah.
on.
Coolio did that a lot, especially like whenever we do Gangsta's Paradise, you'll see that there was a lot of people he didn't credit, but I think that was just artists, and it depends on the artist, But yeah, those were the features. So
When I heard like all of a sudden Montel Jordan come in, I was like, wait, is that Montel Jordan? I wanted to go confirm,
and it
but
was,
it doesn't say featuring. You know what I mean?
yeah, 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 yeah. He's yeah, yeah. It's him. So
So it
all
is
right,
Ras Kass. I thought I had
yeah,
heard that guy's. Okay, so go
yeah.
ahead.
All right, so My Soul was Coolio's third album on Tommy Boy. It was his final album on Tommy Boy as well. we've talked about this. I think we've talked about it, doing it on air also and off air. The big three. I guess you can kind of say this was the three in Coolio's big three, if that makes sense. You know, it takes a thief, Gangsta's Paradise, and then this My Soul. I don't think he had any bigger records after this one. I mean, unless you followed him more closely like I did after Tommy Boy days were over. Um, to make you to me if it makes you feel any better, I didn't get this album right away when it came out. Also, I don't remember why I didn't get it, but I listened to it some years later, and I felt like definitely could have got it sooner. And I've always had my theories on why the album received gold instead of platinum. But I mean, looking at the charts, being 39 on the Billboard 200, but 49 in R&B and hip hop, it kind of shows you that he was considered more pop
Yeah,
as opposed to hip hop, which kind of I feel like he made hip hop a little more pop, especially with Gangsta's Paradise, but the consider him more of a pop artist, I think was kind of like. I think he was always an MC, but I mean, I know people
well,
have their theories on it.
that "See You When You Get There" that was like an international hit.
Yeah, it was very big. And then another thing with when I did get it, I remember I had to get it used because it was out of print. But I mean, if you do go now, they do have the 25-year anniversary of My Soul. It has all 16 tracks and then extra two that you would see on streaming services. See You When You Get There remixes. And then I also got the Ooh La La single as well. This was a UK single, and this single was actually pretty cool. I think I sent it to you a while back. You were laughing at me like, you ain't gonna find it, but I found it,
You
and
found it.
it's yeah, it's cool because it features songs from some of his other albums. It has Ooh La La, and then it has two of his biggest deep cuts: 2 minutes and 21 seconds of funk, which we'll get into later. Ghetto Highlights, which was probably his biggest deep cut from Gangsta's Paradise, and then County Line, which was his first single, the thing that got him the solo success.
I didn't know
But
that kid. They went back to County Line. They wanted to like really reprise that album, huh?
yeah, it's definitely. I mean, it's not the first time you'd see that with artists as well. They would have singles from other albums from aside from which ones they were promoting. I also have to see when you get their single. I got that from
Dang.
DBZ Records. Actually, they had it. I went in there like two or three times and it was still there. And then like the third time I went in there, I was just like, you know what, this is calling me. I'm just gonna buy it. And that was
That's
the end of
tight. You
that.
got a single for it. It's got the art cover and everything.
And then of course the one which is just a regular envelope single. It has a hype sticker, third studio album, 25th year anniversary, certified gold, two LPs. It's a good album. It's a good album, and
Let me show off the one that your boy Justo gifted me. This is it right here.
I'm always happy when I put them on the good music. It makes me feel like I'm doing my job.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. This, like you said, this completed my set because
yeah,
I have the Takes a Thief, the Record Store Day release
mm,
that was officially put on 2 LP.
yeah,
I have Gangster's Paradise on red vinyl,
yeah. I have that one
and
too. I have that framed actually.
yep, it's right behind. Yep, and then when he gave me this one, I was like, "That's it." Like, we talked
Yeah,
about that big three, and
yeah, yeah. When I was looking through like your discogs thing of what Coolio albums you got, I noticed you didn't have this one, so it made sense. And
it was
me,
fun. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
it would just be sitting on my shelf. So that's why I'm like, let me just give it to these guys. So
Whenever Justo tells me a samp on like certain on like albums, he goes, "You never heard this album? It's got some great songs." And I was like, "Damn it! All right." And he's really he's almost batting 100. Like he's doing pretty good with like throwing me albums that either I overlooked or never heard of.
yeah,
So
I mean, like we're gonna be doing one in the future. I'm not gonna don't say the name of it, but yeah, we you were blown away by this one too. But yeah,
yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about, bro. Like I
yeah. So
was
just
like,
we'll keep that one quiet. We'll focus on. But yeah, I mean, I think I've done a pretty good job of putting them on albums that he hasn't heard or I think he should hear, and
High batting average, everybody.
I have a high batting average. Yeah, yeah, definitely. So, but yeah, with me, but yeah, just going into this album, trying to listen to it. I mean, I figured I'd just expect Coolio. It's definitely a different sound than his previous two albums. It's definitely not as street or as gangster as his previous two albums. I think of the big three, It Takes a Thief, and you could disagree with me if I'm wrong. It's probably his most gangster album of all three of them. But
Yeah, it's definitely going to be. That's
yeah,
like
yeah,
his debut. Like
yeah,
that's you're raw. Like
yeah,
but what does he say in County Line? He goes,
yeah,
I got a record out, and I'm not supposed to be broke." Like he's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
but
People were looking at him funny at the county because he had a record out, and brother with some record. I'm supposed to have some
clout. Yeah,
clout. Yeah,
yeah,
so yeah, but yeah. So, definitely listen to it and, definitely had my favorites. I, had my, least favorites and, just stuff I disagree with, what I should have. I feel like there should have been some stuff they should have put on there then that
yeah.
could have probably made it a little more appealing to me to want to buy. But I mean, I'm happy when I got it and, I'm happy I have physical media of it now. And, shout out to Tommy Boy for, repressing it and
the,
selling it
the
again.
the times that this guy right here Justo gets passionate, it's hilarious, man.
Yeah.
And he was very passionate about like single choices for
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. 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 I feel yeah, well we'll get into it, but definitely album memories. I just remember it coming out. Unfortunately never getting it, but I did get the See You When You Get Your single. I had that on cassette tape as a kid, so I think it broke eventually, but yeah, I played the shit out of that. So but yeah, and then just I mean, he was. I can kind of notice the trend in hip hop, how he was on a big high like '96, and like by the end of '97, like hardly anyone was talking about him anymore, unfortunately. So I mean,
I think it was just hard to come back from Gangster's Paradise,
yeah,
like the single. The
yeah,
single was just like
the single was huge, and
it,
yeah,
it's just hard to top.
yeah, it was hard to top, and then the made the album huge, and even the Dangerous Mind soundtrack was huge. Even the movie did a
Yes, was
lot of
huge
numbers.
because of that song.
It was huge because of that song. Don't get it twisted. I mean, there are other movies out like Dangerous Minds during that time, and not one of them. There was nothing about Dangerous Minds that wasn't any different from any of those other school teacher rough student type movies. You know what I'm talking about, but
Yeah, synonymous. It was
yeah,
yeah, it was
there was nothing different about it. It did well because of the song. Let's be real about it. It was
yeah. Those two go hand in hand.
yeah
It's well, you're right. We've seen those kind of films,
yeah
and that soundtrack that track made it like
yeah
to next
yeah.
level.
It made people run to the box office to see it. But
It's like
but yeah,
if you could find like a dope track to go alongside with Freedom Riders. Freedom
yeah,
Riders would probably be but
or the same with the substitute. I mean, I know it had a good soundtrack, but I mean, it wasn't as big as
it wasn't
some
as
of the.
big. But hey, who banging?
Who Banging was big, but I mean, it wasn't that big.
Yeah,
Let's be real about it.
it is. It doesn't have a billion streams like you said
Hell
it
no,
does.
hell no. All right. So I mean, but those are my memories behind it. Just definitely, see when you get there. It was also, and we'll get into it, but it was also on the Nothing to Lose soundtrack, which was a funny movie, and a good soundtrack. Not a great soundtrack, but it was a good soundtrack. What was going on run in your head in summer of '97 when this dropped?
So I had seen the music video. See you when you get there.
Mm,
Um, it was one of those ones where I watched a little bit and I just changed the channel.
okay,
Um,
that's fair.
I
That's
it,
fair.
it didn't grab me.
Okay,
Now
that's fair.
when when did Space Jam drop?
96, sometime in 96.
That same year. So like if this was a summer of '97, right?
Yeah, so this was a year later. Yeah.
Not necessarily, because I think of like school.
Okay.
So Space Jam was like November '96,
Yeah, like fall 96.
right? And so then this comes out basically I think I was like a junior that year.
Hmm.
That comes out like or sophomore. That comes out like the summer of my sophomore year, going into my junior.
Okay.
And Coolio was on the Monstars song,
Yeah, and then he
and
also had another song on there, the winner.
so he basically he was still relevant to me. Like he was dope. Like he killed it on that track. It's like
Hmm.
inch by inch and step by step. Like he does really well. Um, but man,
Hmm.
97, January 97 comes in and like DMX drops, right?
I thought that was 98.
Oh yeah, not DMX. No, Life After Death
Yeah,
drops.
well,
Sorry.
yeah, March of 97. I think the single came out in
Yes,
January or something, but yeah.
yes. And not only that, we're still coming off the high of like All Eyes on Me.
Mm,
I mean, we got the Dogfather that was released '96 November.
yeah,
There was just too much going on. Like Soul 112 had dropped
yeah.
Only You remix. Puffy already was he dropped No Way Out that July. Like there was just
There was a lot of stuff going on. Bone had
master.
their album in 97 July, and
There you go. Master
Master
P was starting to
P.
make some noise. Starting to
Yeah,
make some noise. Make him say, "Oh, I think." There was just too much like going on at that time. Man, soundtracks were like going like Dangerous Grounds with Ice Cube. Do you remember that? Do you remember that
yeah.
song?
I remember. Yeah, the world is mine. Yeah.
The World Is Mine. There's just too much going on.
Mm,
And then he comes in August. That's the only single that I know. And there was really no like true follow up. I didn't even know Ooh La La was like a single, bro.
no, you don't. No, and I
I
think
didn't even know
it's
that was.
yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why it didn't do as well. But I mean, I feel just it was a lot going on in 97. 97 big year in hip hop. Behind 96, which was another monster year in hip hop, and just it. Yeah, it was just a lot going on. Wu Tang dropped in 97.
That's
And
what. Yeah. Before you could even like it, Forever is out. Wu Tang Forever's out. Mace comes in later.
yeah, yeah, Mace came. Yeah, just no,
I mean,
Puffy's No Way Out. It was a lot of stuff in 97.
yeah. There was like I'm just saying like even in the fall, like
Hmm.
September October, more joints were just coming out in '97 that were just like it overshadowed it like huge. I mean, if you could just look up Jay Z's Hard Volume One dropped, like look at 1997 hip hop releases. That's an incredible year.
Yeah, KRS-One dropped. Jungle Brothers.
Oh yeah, the Raptures, the rappers Rapture or whatever that.
Yeah,
Dun, 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 dun. Like, I remember that.
yeah, and then Capone and Noriega dropped.
Okay,
Craig Mack, Insane Clown Posse. Of
got to
course,
get down.
Wyclef Jean. He dropped.
Yes,
It was a
yeah,
bunch of
staying
Missy.
alive.
Uh, and then of course Missy Elliott's Super Duper Fly, and
Oh my gosh, there you go, bro. Like
yeah. So it was a lot of stuff, that just dropped, in '97. Later that year, Mac 10's based on a true story came out, except the next month. So I mean, it was a lot of stuff that was happening in '97. Dropping. So I mean, so that's the memories you really have. And you have a pretty good excuse as to why you ignored it. It was just the sound
it's
was
too much.
changing, and then I feel Puffy was still in that was still he was he went with the whole after Biggie had passed with his album No Way Out, you know I mean, a lot of eyes were on him during that time. You know, I'll
He
be
owned
missing you.
97.
Yeah,
Bad
I'll be
Boy
missing you.
owned at 97.
Yeah, I'll be missing you was a very big song, and then yeah, you know, with the whole pop affair that Coolio had, some of those fans shifted over to them. The Bad Boy, what they were doing, and that fan base Coolio had. They just went to him, and just I feel like the loyal fans, got stayed with him, got the album, and gave it a chance, and
Damn, I feel
started to
terrible now. I didn't
yeah.
even know the album was out, bro. I didn't even know there was an album,
So
dog.
I mean, yeah, that's like I said, not your fault. I mean, I think the promotion, like I've said, and we'll get into that, was a little behind. Why it didn't do as well. But before we do that, let's get into the artwork. It, I think the one, if I can find it, well, you got the back of it. Him in
Yeah.
shackles. I think that would have been a better art cover. I'm looking. I think that would have been a better art cover than what we saw on the front. I feel like the one on the front was just,
Too
yeah,
nonchalant.
yeah,
Too chill.
yeah. He's had better album covers than that. I think the one on "It Takes a Thief" and "Gangsta's Paradise" were better, but like I said, the one on the back, they probably should have just used that. I think the album cover alone, if they had fixed that, would have got some people's attention in the record stores. But I mean, that's just my
Yeah, I
opinion.
mean it's a blue. It's down.
Mm,
It's like a negative. It's like a sad emotion. It really just passes you up. I think they would have. You're right. It would have drawn more attention with the chains.
yeah, I think it
You
would have
know,
gotten a little more attention. That's just my opinion, though. But uh,
and in conjunction with like the whole theme of the album, this is this album is like growth, like
mm,
from his first one. You know, I said the first one was all street,
yeah,
and then the
yeah,
second one he'd be.
yeah.
Well, go ahead, sir.
Oh no, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Go ahead, finish.
Yeah, like second one, you see some growth in there,
Hmm.
like definitely like streetwise growth. And then this one, it's just like more for his heart and his mind, like his soul. Like he's just the whole album is positive on trying to get people to get away from street life.
Yeah, he
You
definitely
know,
did. You can definitely tell the maturity in his music, and I think that's what a lot of artists try to do. And unfortunately, we as fans fall victim to do the shit you used to do. Just and that definitely. I think a lot of people weren't maybe trying to hear what he had to say on it, but I mean, I get it. He wasn't going back to his old shit that he did on County Line and with Gangsta's
yeah.
Paradise blowing up. It was just too hard to top. Even though, see when you get there, knocked on the door, but it wasn't gonna draw in that many people, unfortunately. But it was big internationally, so
Well, he had a message. I
mhm,
just don't think that it was produced well enough to get that message across in a way that
yeah,
was catchy
hmm,
or like grabbed your attention, your ears, because you can still have that content of like maturity, growth.
yeah,
You know, ain't nothing in the street life. You can have it, but like you just got to make it sound cool. And I
yeah,
think that's where it kind of lacked because
yeah. I
the
think
first
yeah,
the first two tracks, 2 minutes 21 seconds of funk and one mo, those are tight, bro. Like, and he's just talking about how great of an MC he is, right?
yeah.
So it's just, anyways, yeah. I feel you.
But yeah, all right. So speaking of production, I mean, I'm gonna say this. If I just listen to the beats alone, from his first three albums, I think beat wise, this has to be like the best in terms of just beats. But like you said, I feel it wasn't catchy enough to sell fans on too. But I mean, they definitely had some slamming beats on here. Definitely 2 minutes and 21 seconds of funk. That was a great beat.
I love that
Uh,
one.
yeah, that
It
that that
had
that was a great one. And then I like the sample they did with "Nature of the Business." That was also another good one. And then uh, and then "Can I Get Down" one time. That was also another good one. What about you? I see you listening, conspiring.
because there's a part of 21 seconds of funk they took from the background music sound of DOS effects. They want effects. It was like an echoing. It's just
Oh,
pretty. It's just
okay.
it's that had me hooked. But anyways, yeah. The I just wanted to make sure I was talking about the right song. But beats wise, it is 2 minutes and 21 seconds of funk.
Yeah,
That one was like that one just sounds like hip hop to me.
yeah.
Like
A nice banging West Coast beat. You know,
it's
definitely.
smooth.
Yeah.
One Mo is another
One more. That
nice.
was a good song. That was a good one.
I was like funk. That one was dope. That was dope.
Yeah.
And then I like the Can I Get Down One Time. That's another funky.
Can't get that one time. That was also
Like you hear
another
like
nice beat.
the boom boom boom. Like you just like hitting
Dun,
those
dun, dun,
keyboards.
dun, 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 dun,
Yep.
dun, dun. Can I get down one time? Yeah, that was
Yeah.
yeah. So
Those
yeah,
those
yeah, those three are
definitely
my
my top
favorite.
beats.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I think beat wise, I think this album has yeah, it takes the thief and Gangsta's Paradise can't compare beat wise, at least in my opinion. So, s-
Interesting. I'm probably more. I'm not really. I wasn't really too impressed with the beat selections were dope, but
mm,
they're cool. Actually, I say I'm a degrade it a little bit.
mm,
I feel like Takes a Thief had like better beat selections, but that was just because it's more raw energy. Like when he was first
yeah,
coming out, like
yeah, I get
Counterline.
it. I get it. You know, for the beat to be great, whoever's rapping on it has to be good too. And
They matched up very
yeah, they
well.
matched up very well. Like I said, it takes a thief. I mean, maybe not the greatest beats, at least in my opinion, but it's a great album. Definitely it was. They made it work. But
Well, one of my favorite songs in there you don't even like is I Remember. Like that, I like that beat, bro. Like, anyways, moving on to this one. Moving on to this one. Yeah, those the beat selections they were. I just don't think they kind of matched up well because he started rapping too fast, like where he was almost. It felt like he was offbeat on some areas.
that's fair.
Um,
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
like he's just. Can you dig it? He's he starts speeding up too much. And I was like, man, just ride the beat a little bit. But he can ride the beat though. Like
Yeah.
he does great on a lot of these tracks.
Mm,
So I was like, anyways, that's why I was gonna tell you. Like, there's gonna be an interesting one for me. But I like the album.
all right, for sure, for sure. All right. So we get into album singles. We can start with a song that I really think should not have been a single. I'm not saying it's the reason why the album failed, but I mean,
Yeah,
it if I were choosing from, there are a lot of good hits on here that could have been singles, in my opinion. But Ooh La La, even Coolio when he was living said that he didn't agree with that one. But I mean, I
I
guess it
get
had
it.
yeah, it had the feel of like 1, 2, 3, 4
Yes, that's exactly what I was gonna
and
tell you. It
Fantastic
had
Voyage. It had that feel, so I get where they were going with it. But maybe if he had switched the content up, maybe he could have made it work. But it just people weren't
it
trying
was
to hear
like it
that
was like a
in
nice B
'97.
side cut.
Yeah,
He needed some like energy, like some I don't know. Like Fantastic Voyage was a party anthem, bro. It
yeah.
was nice. Like
It was like a party beat, but he just yeah, yeah,
Gangster Paradise was another level, but this
yeah.
one he just going through it. I don't know what would have stood out in '97 as like a. I see why they went with Ooh La La.
I see
You
why
do
they
too.
did, but it's just looking back, they probably should have tried to put some more singles out, and then there's this whole theory of Tommy Boy trying to sabotage him, which I think may have been true. I don't know, but
Why are they trying to sabotage him?
well, I guess they would have had to if this album did well, they would have had to pay him more money if it went like platinum or something like that. Um, or they would have had to give like some of the money back. But luckily, Gangsta's Paradise did that well that it kind of salvaged this album, from what I'm told. I could try to pull
Okay.
up the link on what he said about it, but he did have theories that Tommy Boy did try to sabotage him.
Oh, that sucks.
So I mean, if it was on them, then it's like, yeah, the label could have had his back. But he did show the patterns of other Tommy Boy artists during that time, and it's just like you look at the patterns, and it's just like, oh, I think he might be onto something there. But I don't think it was
I
anything that was uh, widely investigated, but I mean, I'll
wonder
send
what
you the
his
link.
budget was.
Yeah, yeah, maybe they overpaid him
They,
or
they
something.
must have offered him like a major budget for this album based off the
Yeah,
success of Gangsta's Paradise.
I'm pretty sure they did. I'm pretty sure they did. All right. So, but I mean, like I said, ooh la la. Like I said, it low key is a skip for me on the album, if I'm being honest. But what about you?
It's catchy. Just not something that I would play too loud. Like it basically is intimacy with a woman. It gets pretty graphic sometimes. So
Yeah.
like like that's why it's like
I'm
that's another
surprised.
sub.
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
I'm surprised they went with a song like that
Yeah,
for
and
the
that's going to
single.
be like hard to play on the radio. You know what I mean? Like
Mm,
but the beat, you know, the beat was it like you said it matched 4 3 2 1. But I mean, it's funny. Like even in the interlude, that's what that whole how everybody's kind of attacking him for like cater to us. How you gonna top this? What are you gonna do?
yeah,
That you know what I mean? Like he just feels like so much of the pressure. Like he's just trying to protect his soul now at this point and giving in to
yeah.
like what everybody's demanding of him. But ooh la la, it was it's a catchy song. I have it in there as because we haven't gone into the three favorite songs.
Not yet.
Yeah, so I kind of got it like there as like a somewhat of a runner up,
Mm,
but anyways, yeah, no, I got no beef with the song. Like we've heard it before, and I just
yeah.
like the way that content, and he delivered it pretty cool, like smooth. Like I like it, like you
Okay.
know, yeah, that's
All
something
right.
like you be chilling in the car, I'll drive, I'll listen to it, and sing along with it, like
I mean, if I'm driving around, sometimes I'll listen to it, whatnot. But just sometimes, if like I said, if I something I really want to hear, then skip it. Next. That's just me.
got
But
you, I got you. Ooh la la la, yeah.
all right. So next single and the last single, well, probably the major single from this. See you when you get there. Now I know a lot of people have thoughts on this song. Like you said early on, it didn't really interest you when you first heard it. Me, I thought it was amazing. I like how they put that whole beat together. With the orchestra. Just something you didn't hear every day in hip hop. So I thought it was different, and it's also got me interested in wanting to go see the movie Nothing to Lose, and eventually I saw it, and one of my favorite comedies of all time. Maybe
I
not
get that
my
confused with another one. Who's that? Is that the Tim Robbins one?
Yeah, Tim Robbins and Martin
Okay,
Lawrence.
Martin
Yeah,
Lawrence. Okay,
yeah. Not Money Talks, not that one.
I get that confused with that one.
Yeah. They came out around the
That's
same time.
that's
Black guy,
Charlie
white guy.
Sheen and
Yeah,
Chris Tucker, right?
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, so good song. Like I said, liked it enough. Got the single. It, unfortunately, just did not get me enough to get the album during that time. Like I said, I didn't listen to the album. Some years later, and like I said, I wish I had listened to it. A little sooner than when I did. But when I did listen to it, I wasn't disappointed. But I was like, all right, this is good. Probably could have got it when it came out. I mean, like I said, see you when you get there. Good international song. I know when he was living, he would perform it at his concerts. So definitely was popular among the fans.
So growing up now, and being in the more mature state that I am, I
Hmm.
have a major appreciation for this song.
Yeah,
Major appreciation for this song. I'll listen to it all the time, like
hmm,
nonstop now. Like
yeah,
you remember as a youth, especially with the sounds that were captivating your ears at the time, it didn't catch me. But I mean, who knows if that was like the core audience? I'm sure
yeah,
he had older listeners,
yeah. He
but
did.
it's like almost like a borderline gospel track. Like
Hmm.
it has like a gospel feel to it. It's pretty cool. Like I love that song.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's a great song. Definitely, if I was to rank Coolio's whole discography of top songs that were my favorites, it would definitely be in the top five for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. I would have loved to have just seen more like produce friendlier hits at that time,
Yeah,
just to see this album take off like the way it should. It's got a great message. I get it.
yeah.
Like he's fighting for his
Mm,
to not be consumed. You
yeah.
know,
To
he's got a
not,
lot of success at this point in his life.
yeah, he was, like I said, for those of you watching or listening, Coolio was like on a level of like Drake in the mid '90s, especially after
Mm-hmm.
Gangsta's Paradise blew up. Like he was huge. Like he was definitely huge. You know, not just hip hop success, pop success as well. And
Pop success, yeah.
yeah, so I mean, he was big. So I mean,
Cameos in movies.
yeah, cameos, movies, yeah, just
Intro to Keenan and Kel.
yeah, he was very big. You know, just Nickelodeon. He was all over the place. Batman and Robin. I know he was a cameo in that one. Fat Beach. I ended up being a
Yup.
cameo there. And
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, he was that dude. Like,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, he was that guy. I just wish they would have just taken a little bit more time to like really construct these songs
yeah,
to just put out those bangers that would have fit at that time, or not necessarily fit, but like stand out where it because that's what all those artists were doing at that time.
mm,
They had their own sound and they were killing it, not copying each other.
yeah,
So I get where he was not trying to copy them. I feel like they just had to just construct those songs just a little bit better, man, just a little bit better.
yeah, yeah, definitely. I know. The only real beef I had with see when you get there is when I heard the album. I was just a little mad that they went with the LP version. You know, because they had like because he had like different recorded versions of the song. The LP version was just like I don't know, just didn't feel that energetic to me. But I mean, at least with the new releases, we get all the versions, even the ones
Yeah,
that
I
are
see
on
you get all
Earth.
those
Yeah,
remixes.
yeah. So that was pretty cool that they did that for the reissues. So, like I said, shout out to Tommy Boy for doing that. You know,
Well, at least they can do it. They were trying to be shady with them. Sheesh.
yeah. At least they were able to make up and whatever before he passed away. Unfortunately, so
I ran into Coolio
oh,
in the mid 2000s.
oh you did? Oh, right on, nice.
I wish I would have taken a picture with him. He was at a game concert
Oh, okay. Oh, nice. He was in the
at the House
audience.
of. He was in the audience with us at the House of Blues.
Yeah,
It was when Game released the Doctor's Advocate. We went
Doctor
to that.
Advocate. Okay, cool, nice, nice. Right
Yeah,
on, right on.
he
Uh,
had these two little white kids with him that were all like blooded out. It was pretty funny, like red hats. It was funny. He's probably doing something, maybe dating some woman or something. He took her kids out. I don't know.
yeah, yeah, definitely. All right. So we did the single. So now we get into our favorites, our top three.
This is
So,
Oh, you want me to kick it off? Sorry,
you can
I was
kick it
waiting
off.
for this one.
Yeah, you
Uh,
kick it off. Since
it's
you
such a
never kick
it's
it off, you always have to wait for you. So yeah, if you want to
my
go
bad.
first, by all means.
I always because I try to be respectful because sometimes I feel like I dominate too much, and I was like, man, I gotta let my boy talk. This is like he's going through so much work with this platform, and I'm taking over. Um, this is such a conscious album, which I really appreciate
Mm,
in this state where I'm at. Like
yeah,
as I've grown. Homeboy
Homeboy.
is that's a beautiful song.
Yeah.
That makes me think of like very close companions that I have in my life. And
Mm,
then when Montel Jordan comes in at the end,
yeah.
I was like, what? Montel Jordan? Like,
You can
he's
call me homeboy.
he just nails
He
it.
nailed
Like
it.
he nails it. Like what the homie is, and again, we've heard songs like that.
Yeah.
He did a really good job on that one. Like that song is, I don't think it could have been done any better. It was really, it hit the heart. And again, Montel Jordan coming at the end, perfect, bro, perfect. Um,
That could have been a single.
it could have been, it could
It
have
could have
been,
been. A
yeah,
lot of these songs would have been singles.
yeah, that could have been like I wouldn't say the first,
Maybe
but
not.
like
No,
something
definitely
that,
not the first.
but something that kind of carried it to keep momentum going on
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? Because that's a hit the heart
Yeah.
track.
Mm.
I like Nightfall.
Night fall. I like the beginning of that song. That was that actually has a really good beat. Actually, definitely a runner up for favorite beat. Nightfall. That Yeah, very good song. Can't be mad at that selection there.
Yeah, he just goes in on like how it gets wicked at
Mm-hmm.
night. Like it's not the most pleasant thing. He doesn't brag about it. He's not necessarily glorifying it. He's just like acknowledging like this is bad times.
Yeah.
Like this is not a good look. And I do dig the whole My Soul, the
My
track
song.
itself.
It's a good track. Good track.
Yes, a great message. I have that kind of like tied up with um Can You Dig It?
Mm-hmm.
I got those kind of signed up together, and then I also do like Let's Do It and Ooh La La. But I just had to throw that out there. But
uh, so those are
some
your
great
top three.
conscious, yeah, great conscious tracks on here, dude. That
All
like
right.
something I would like if I had to go to like speak to the youth. I'd probably play these songs.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So those are the three you're going with. Nightfall, Homeboy, and My Soul.
Yeah, what's the one that sounded countryish?
uh, Nature of the Business.
Nature of the Business. That was another one that
He
I
sampled that from someone. I forget. Let me see if I can find it. But he did sample that.
I enjoyed the content.
Yeah.
I was like, I wasn't a fan of the production.
Yeah, he sampled it from that one artist. If I can, or yeah, the samples. You know what? I don't even see it, but I'll tell you off air. But he did sample it. It's a popular '80s songs. I think you might be familiar with.
Okay.
But yeah, he did sample it. So for me, my top three songs. See You When You Get There. Like I said, it's probably my top five favorite Coolio songs of all time. Even though I didn't really enjoy the LP version too much, just overall, just the song itself, great message, great delivery.
The
Can't
one
get
in the
no.
video, what version was that? The music video.
His video from See You When You Get There. It was the soundtrack version, which is the final track on the LP you have. The
Okay.
Yeah, that's the music video version. Bill
Bill and
Humberto.
Humberto's orchestra
Yeah,
mix.
that's
Okay.
the one that everyone probably heard back in the day. It's the one that
Okay.
also it's all one that's also on the Nothing to Lose soundtrack, just a little shorter for time. But
Okay.
so that one, 2 minutes and 21 seconds of funk, can't go wrong with that song. And Homeboy, but
Homeboy's a joint, bro.
I do have some honorable mentions. The Devil is Dope,
Yeah.
Nightfall. That definitely can I get down one time? My Soul and Let's Do It is really really grown on me. I really think Let's Do It could have been a single. The way he sampled the I know he had a sample for Let's Do It. Yeah, Take Your Time, Do It Right by the SOS band. Yeah, that was a not a nice sample tribute he did to them. So
So see, based on like that content, it's kind of like Ooh La La, right?
yeah, but
And
that was more upbeat though. But
yeah, so that's what I was gonna say. If he could have just changed up the lyrics a little bit, like clean them up a little bit,
yeah,
how many of us would not be going, "Baby, we can do it. Take your time, do it right." Like he
yeah,
slowed it down, but we all know it would have been like a Fantastic Voyage like reprise. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, he definitely could have. I think that could
taking
have
a
been
taking an old
a
school
big.
beat,
Yeah,
flipped it.
I think, and that's what he was doing. With Lakeside and Fantastic Voyage and Stevie Wonder. But yeah, just yeah, I really think he could have. That could have been a good song, a good single had they
Just
went with that one.
constructed it a little bit better. That's all. I
Constructed
was.
it and
That's,
then yeah, just clean up the lyrics a little bit. Even though there was no profanity, I think there were still some inappropriate parts that probably weren't eligible for radio during that time. But
I want to bring up as a post that I recently saw you put. It was
mm,
what's his name from Boys to Men. He has a podcast. What's his name?
Sean Stockman.
Okay, and he brings up a good point about the support of music videos,
Hmm.
right? Versus kids who have their headphones in all day.
Oh yeah.
You know? And so, but when you get to the masses like that, when you have music videos that are cleaned up, they're made for household, environments. you're
Mm,
gonna get more play.
yeah.
You're gonna get more exposure. It's just gonna, that's one of those things that I think relates to right here. Like if he could have just cleaned that up, made it a little bit more radio friendly, that should have been a single too. You're right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's all. Yeah, like I said, there are a lot more better choices than Ooh La La. That's all I'm saying. But
I feel you. I'm
yeah,
now starting to understand how you're saying
yeah,
it, but I will throw in there that
mm,
they did need to get cleaned up though. If they
yeah,
could have just been packaged a little better,
yeah. Some,
reconstructed a little better,
yeah,
definitely better choices. I
yeah,
see it now.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, just clean up some of the songs a bit. Yeah, you definitely could have had some big winners there. At least to the point where it could have sold more records. Maybe not taking the spot from Diddy. I mean, don't get me wrong, because he was huge during that time. But yeah,
Bad boy in general,
yeah,
bro.
Bad Boy in general, just yeah, he wasn't. No one was touching him that year.
Life after death is still like banging at this point, bro.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's still banging.
Yeah, the
Biggie
only thing.
just passed.
Yeah, the only thing that kind of came close was Master P and No Limit. They kind of came close, but no one was
But they,
touching Bad Boy.
but they were something so new that people were gravitating to them
Mm,
too. Like I wasn't really a big fan of them, but a
yeah.
lot of my friends were.
Mm,
They were all over. So it was just a hard time, bro. That was like a
yeah.
hard year to try to.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
you should have just gone in '96 before just back right after the Gangster's Paradise. Just come out like around the time of
Mm,
like I said, the Monstars, Space
yeah.
Jam. That would have been a good time.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Well, those were our favorites. Once again, let us know your favorite tracks for this album in the comments or tracks you didn't like. Like I said, my least favorite, Ooh La La, which was one of the singles. So, but yeah, just I think we got some pretty good tracks here.
The Devil
So
is Dope. I like that you mentioned that one. I had to hear that
mhm,
one a couple of times too because it was
yeah,
like he's
Double is
just
dope.
this deception,
Uh,
deceiving. Like he's really, really trying to reach an audience. Like, bro, it's time to grow.
hmm
It's time to grow up. You know what I mean? Like, so I like
yeah,
it.
yeah, definitely. All right, so for album cuts and expansions, what do I got here? There was a Japanese edition which included the song "It's All the Way Live." "It's All the Way Live" was
Oh,
from the movie Eddie. I have
yeah.
yet to see it, but
Hold on. Did this come out around the same time?
it came out. Eddie, that came out before Space Jam.
It's
Uh,
all the way live.
yeah,
Yeah, like
I was surprised that didn't make the album. I was actually surprised it didn't make the 25-year anniversary
I
of the
remember that
album.
song.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that
Yeah,
song.
yeah, it's a great music video. A lot of NBA players in it. I know Brent Berry was in
Yes.
it. I was big on the NBA at that time, so I loved it. But
Okay, hold on.
great
What
song.
year was that released? Now you really hooked
96,
it up.
96.
This is before Space Jam, so like
This
that
was like right
summer.
before. Yeah, that's something. It was right before Space Jam. Yeah.
Was that the iconic San Antonio weekend for the
Uh,
NBA, the All Star weekend?
I
That
think
around
so.
that era?
Maybe I don't know. I've lost track of where they
Oh,
put the
okay.
All
Yeah, that
Star.
was like a popular NBA weekend, like All Star weekend, the San Antonio one. That was like the teal colored
Oh,
jerseys. Like they make
okay.
Funko Pops of those guys. The jerseys sell like crazy,
Oh,
like
okay.
teal and orange.
Okay. I think I know you. I think I've seen them before. I know what you're talking about.
Holy cow, Justo! I remember that song. It's
Yeah.
all the way live. Yeah, I
Yeah.
gotta bump that song when we hang up here.
Yeah. Definitely watch the music video for sure. Uh, and then of course the 25th year anniversary edition, which we have, which pretty much includes all 16 tracks, and then the Ren Swans mix and Bill and Humberto's orchestra mix of "See You When You Get There." And then recommendations, like we said, 97, big year for hip hop. I just
Hold
listened
on,
to
hold on, hold
more.
on, hold on, hold on. As I
Mm.
marinate on this, all the way live should have been like the single for that album. Like if they could have just held on to that and dropped that.
Yeah, maybe. But I think they wanted
That
to
that,
use it for that
that,
soundtrack. So I think,
that was a great song though. Like, and it follows the formula of Fantastic Voyage because the original
yeah,
is all the way live. Who's it? Either Barkays or um,
Lakeside,
Lakeside. There you go. Boom!
Lakeside.
It's all the way live. There.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, no,
Coolio.
another missed opportunity from this album, but it's all
You don't
good.
give that to a soundtrack, bro, or at least put it on your album, like you said, like how they
Yeah,
did with Regulate. I'll give it above the rim, but it's gonna go on my album too.
yeah,
Ah,
Yeah,
Man,
you should.
you really started something with me when you brought that up. I totally forgot that was a single. Sorry.
But yeah, I mean, it's on that Japanese edition. But once again, I have yet to find that Japanese edition. But if anyone knows where it is out there, let us know. All right.
Appreciate it.
Like I said, recommendations: Master P's Ghetto D. That's an album we should definitely do in the near future.
Let me give a
Puff,
shout out to Leroy.
Puff Daddy and the Family, No Way Out, and my favorite hip hop group, Bone Thugs and Harmony, The Art of War. I know you have your list of recommendations, so let's hear them.
Oh, bro, I already probably said them all in the beginning.
All of 1997.
Yeah, pretty much. Like go back to the beginning of this podcast and just start paying attention to all the albums I dropped. I recommend all those, man.
Yeah. That's really
That was an incredible year.
we name dropped enough albums, so I think we're good there. All right, so before we
I do got to
close,
give The Art of War a lot more of a listen. I have
okay,
a feeling that I'm going to end up liking it too much, and I'm going to be hunting for that LP. But I didn't give that one too much of attention.
okay, so all right, that's fair. I mean, same thing with Puff Daddy and the Family, No Way Out. I've heard most of the songs already, but I know what's been going on with that guy right now. I don't think he'd be wise to do. Maybe later, but right now, not in the near future. Maybe at some point. All
Yeah,
right. Final thoughts. What are your final thoughts before we close this episode?
I'll go give it a listen. Like it's I'm proud to own it. So again, thank you for getting this for me.
No
Gifting it
problem.
to me. I appreciate it. I thoroughly enjoy this album. It's just great music. It's a great art form. It's got a concept. It's uh it's definitely worth listening to. But I mean, those first two tracks, they're dope. Like 2 minutes of to 21 seconds of funk and one more
Hmm.
bad. But like yeah, go give it a listen, dude. I really like it, man. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. You're welcome. And on that note, I mean, like I said, I feel this album could have been better. Probably would have went platinum had it had some just one more better single that could have made it go over the top.
Yeah.
But I definitely understand it. All right. Let us know what you guys think of the album in the comments below. What are your favorite tracks? What are tracks you didn't like? Just let us know in the comments. For Gabriel, aka Ruthless267, I'm Justin. Too tall for you, fool. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll see you all on the next one. Peace
Real quick.
out.
Hold on, real quick.
Real quick.
What's the track that Razkaz was on? Is it My Soul?
No, he was not on My Soul. Raskaz was on Hit 'em. Brr, hit 'em. Ha ha ha.
Hit
Hit
him?
'em. Yeah, hit 'em.
Okay. That's where it was. I remember hearing his voice, dude. I was trying to figure out what's track he was on. But it just even on Apple, it only shows
Yeah.
featuring 40 Thieves, but it does not mention the other ones. Anyways, I'm sorry. I had
No,
been
you're
meaning
good.
to. I had been wanting to ask that throughout the whole podcast. Like,
Well,
what song was he on?
at least you waited at the very end.
Anyways, yes, peace, guys. Take
All
care.
right.
See you guys on
Proper
the
roll
next
this
one.
time. Peace out.